Welcome to South Harmon. Welcome to South Harmon. Hey, welcome to South Harmon. We glad you here today. Another AMA. Ask me anything. Super chat is cool if you wanna pay to play. Like and subscribe, that's what we really appreciate. Let me introduce you to the tear down king. Mike McNutted, ask your questions, he'll answer anything. ATM, you know Adam, put them graphics on the screen. Glad you tapped in now, stay tapped in for the team. Hey, everything is posted. Go follow the socials. South Harmon FF tag us if we get noticed. Welcome to South Harmon, we glad you here today. Welcome to South Harmon, we glad you here today. Another AMA. Welcome to South Harmon, we glad you here today.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome into the Start Shit Show. I'm your host, Eric Vanek. You can find me on X at Eric Vanek NFL. And I am joined this week by Koopa and T-Rock. Boys, what's going on?
Doing good. Watching the Browns be competitive in a football game with a third-round rookie quarterback. So that's fun.
Yeah, don't get used to it. Don't get used to them having the lead.
Hey, how do you feel about that Quinshon Judkins touchdown that got wiped away? That was pretty brutal, wasn't it? He's been looking good though.
Yeah, that was brutal, but I mean, there was a hold on the play, so like I can't complain. So like there was one earlier that that they called a holding on like on the first drive, and it was like really you're gonna call that, but whatever. Yeah, I mean Dylan Gabriel's looked pretty solid so far, at least competent. I'm not gonna call him the savior of the franchise or anything, but he's competent. That's all you can ask for with this team.
Yeah, that's a lot you can ask for being a,
Right.
Cleveland Browns fan. It's unfortunate that the Guardians did not make the playoffs, or didn't make the next round. They made the playoffs, but anything you could take for a Cleveland sports fans right now.
Yep, that's hashtag curse of the Chief.
Yeah,
They will never win another playoff series or make it to the World Series because they changed the name. They're done. They might as well just sell the fucking team, to be honest with you.
I miss the good old days of Jacobs Field. I remember my dad used to take me to go see games there with the Indians. We also went to go see the Cleveland Lumberjacks before they were the Lake Erie Monsters back in the day. Had a badass logo with the big old beaver and a giant saw blade behind them. Man, those are the good old days.
This is why you tune in, folks. You learn that fucking T-Rock likes the big old beaver. So, that's awesome. All right, let's go ahead. Let's get it on here. We have a couple questions already in the chat. If you guys have any questions, I know there's going to be a ton. We have so many damn injuries, so many bye weeks. Like I know there's going to be some off-the-wall crazy questions this week, so don't feel, bad to share your question. We'll be happy to help you out. We're going to take some questions also from our Discord chat. So we do have a few lined up already. So let's go ahead. Let's start it off here. DB, our guy, Rico Dowdle or Chase Brown in half PPR. Koopa, I'm going to start it off with you. Who you got?
For me, it's Rico Dowdle all the way. I mean, he's got the better matchup. He's got the lead role. And Chase Brown, like he's got a really bad matchup and a bad offense with him. So Dowdle for me for sure.
All right. How about you, T-Rock?
I'm going to second that as well. I'm going to definitely go with Rico Dowdle. It's just very hard to trust Chase Brown and this really terrible Bengals offense. It's bad for not just the receivers. It's been really bad for Chase Brown throughout the first month of the season. So definitely Rico Dowdle.
Yeah, it's a clean sweep Rico Dowdle here. I was just, I think I was showing it to Maddie on the walkthrough show. Chase Brown doesn't have over 50 yards rushing this year. I think it's like 47 or something is his highest. That's fucking crazy to me.
Yeah,
for a guy I was drafted in round 2 of redraft. So, Rico Dowdle here, pretty easy. DB's got one more for us. Torrey Horton, Tyquan Thornton, or Nick Westbrook-Akine, full PPR. Bench one of these guys. So this is where we're at, folks. T-Rock, which guy are you benching out of these three?
Jeez. I wish I could just pick one because it would be Tyquan Thornton by a landslide. So I'm definitely not benching him. He's been pretty good when it comes to the touchdown luck. And it's tough between Nick Westbrook-Akine and Torrey Horton. I just have to believe I'm going to go with NWI only because I think he's going to be out there more in 2 wide receiver sets opposite of Jalen Waddle. I do like Malik Washington this week. Fuck. I have him higher, but he didn't ask about Malik. I'm going to go with NWI. So over Torrey Horton.
All right, so you're sitting Torrey Horton. All right, Koopa, which one are you sitting here?
I'm gonna follow the same logic and sit Torrey Horton. Tyquan Thornton, definitely starting him out of those three. And then Westbrook-Akine, I think I'm going to want to try and rely on the unknown factor there as opposed to play with the known that we have in Torrey Horton.
I think I am going to sit Westbrook-Akine. The Dolphins still just don't use 3 wide receivers, and I think Waddle and Malik are going to be the main 2 for me, and plus Waller in there too. I don't know if Westbrook-Akine is going to get on the field as much, where I think Horton has a better shot to at least get 50% of the snaps.
I think they're going to use him more in 2 wide receiver sets than NWI.
I think so. Yeah, I think Malik is kind of has that trust of that offense. Like he's played, pretty much the whole year. Westbrook-Akine can barely get out there. Now I'm not saying Westbrook-Akine is not going to play. I think he's definitely going to play and probably have a catch or two. But I think I'm going to go Horton. Like he has the special teams upside too. Like we have seen him return a punt too, so that'll count for you. Especially if you have special teams yardage, I would definitely go with Horton Berry for sure. I think that would push me over. But yeah, I'm gonna go Horton over Westbrook-Akine for me. Next guy up here, Geist has one for us. Goddard or Waller in PPR? Koopa, which guy you got?
That's a good question. I think I'm going to end up going Waller because of the fact that there's probably going to be an uptick in targets to him, and Goddard has a really, really bad matchup this week.
Okay. And how about you, T-Rock?
They are back-to-back for me. I do have Waller ahead by 1 spot. The Miami Dolphins have a better neutral pass rate. The Philadelphia Eagles are towards the bottom of the league, and they used him quite a bit last week, the Miami Dolphins. He got those 2 touchdowns last week. So maybe that streak continues. Maybe they use more him than maybe NWI or Malik Washington. So let's go with Darren.
Yeah, I think I'm going to clean sweep it here for Waller. I think Goddard his touchdown, one of the touchdowns last week was like a flip out of the tush push that was like fluky. I just can't trust that passing offense. Like Jalen Hurts can barely get over 150 yards passing every week. It's frustrating as hell. So I'm going to go with Waller here. Had the 2 touchdowns last week. Your first game with the team, you get 2 touchdowns is pretty impressive. So, and then with Tyreek Hill going out too, I think Waller gets a little bit more this week. So yeah, give me Waller. Another one here, Chase Brown or Devontae Smith. Doesn't say PPR or anything, but T-Rock, just who you got here, Chase Brown or Devontae Smith? We'll just assume PPR.
My gut reaction just wants to go with Devontae Smith. Devontae Smith, I have him as the wide receiver 25 this week. Chase Brown I have as the RB 24. But as a tiebreaker, I'm just going to believe with all the bullshit that's going on in Philly with both him and A.J. Brown being frustrated, maybe they, give the squeaky wheel its treatment and give them more targets this week.
Okay. How about you, Koopa?
Yeah, and I'm thinking the same thing. I'm just kind of fading Chase Brown everywhere. That's not like my next best choice is like Ray Davis or something like that. Like right. Devonta Smith, he's got the opportunity, and if the Eagles do end up needing to throw the football, he's going to go to get a bunch of work. or they could decide to start transitioning away from leaning on Saquon Barkley to basically carry their entire offense. So I'm going Devontae Smith there.
Yeah, I think I'm clean sweeping this with you guys, Devontae Smith, until Chase Brown shows me he can crack 50 yards, and he hasn't done that yet. So, yeah, give me Devontae Smith on this one. Jeremy's got one here for us. Bill Krosky Merritt or Zach Charbonnet. So, Koopa, who you got on this one?
I'm going to I'm going to go with Charbonnet here.
Okay.
He's been getting enough work. He's got an average matchup. Bill Krosky Merritt, I mean, you got the three-headed monster there in Washington. I'm not going to trust that three-headed monster when they also are going up against that Chargers run defense.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm gonna stay away from that this week. If it was flip-flopped where they were going up against a really good or a good for fantasy run defense, then I would potentially be putting in Bill there. But I'm just gonna stick with Sharps as kind of the known factor.
All right. How about you, T-Rock?
I'm going to go with Sharps as well. The Seahawks have a much better run rate in comparison to the Washington Commanders, and also they have a much higher usage as far as fantasy points goes. So they're both towards the bottom of my rankings, but I'm definitely going to go with Sharps. Maybe he just gets a few more drives to himself and maybe scores on one of those instead of the huge committee fuckfest that's going on in Washington.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Charbonnet as well. I did see a tweet this week from, I think, PFF about Bill being third in PFF grade for running back so far this year. I would love to see them use him like that, though. Like, Chris Rodriguez gets the first drive every week and gets like 30 yards, and then that's it. But, like, I just want to see Bill get out there, like, give me 65, 70% of the snaps. Like, I'm not even asking for, 80, 90 here. Like, just give me the 65% of the snaps. So until that happens, yeah, I'm going to go against Sharps, and Bill's going up against a really tough defense in the Chargers so far. So, yeah, let's clean sweep it. Let's go with Sharps. Jeremy's got another one here for us. Josh Downs or RJ Harvey in PPR. T-Rock, who you got there?
So I have RJ Harvey as my RB34, but I bet that's a hell of a lot better than where I have Downs. Downs I have as the wide receiver 41. I know that Pittman did pop up on the injury report with a hamstring. He's good to go. Yep. That still has me a little bit worried. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is more of a Downs game, but regardless, I'm still going to go with Harvey, who we saw get a touchdown last week. So
okay. Koopa, who you got?
I'm gonna go with Harvey. I've got the concerns about how much work Downs is actually going to get, and so I'm just going to stick with Harvey in a matchup where if you look at who they're going against in Philadelphia, the way the teams have been playing against them is that the fantasy points come to the running back position. They don't come to the receivers. And so I wanted to have pieces of that Broncos rushing offense over an unknown sort of passing offense somewhere else.
I think I'm going to go with Downs on this one. And Alec Pierce is out. They did talk about Adonai Mitchell is active, but they're going to limit him because of the mistakes last week. So by default, I think Downs gets a little more time. Looking at the snaps from last week, he played 38 snaps, which is 62% of the snaps. Now, his numbers were okay. They had 5 targets, which you like, but he only had caught 4 of them for 24 yards. So definitely want to see some more like shots down the field. And I think Downs in a little better matchup against the Raiders. Raiders secondary is not that great compared to what Harvey has to go up against in the Eagles. I think I'm going to lean Downs on this one. And like, I wouldn't be shocked if we come back and look at this and it's like 11 points for Downs and 10 for Harvey. Like, I think it's really close. But I'm going to go Downs, I think, in this spot.
I do really want to flip my answer. I think you made a lot of good points, but it is a really tough matchup with those Eagles.
All right.
They might not want to trust Harvey too, being a rookie RB. So
yeah, that's true too. I mean, it's a really tough matchup, to be honest with you. So, All right, Frostbane has one for us. Need 2 in PPR: T. Higgins, Rashid Shaheed, Marvin Mims, or Christian Kirk. So Koopa, who do you got here? Which 2 you going with?
All right, I'm gonna right off the bat. Rashid Shaheed is my top one out of that group. I think I'm going to pass on Marvin Mims, just because he's going up against those Eagles, and so I'm really looking at T. Higgins versus Christian Kirk. And I feel like at a certain point you gotta just go with T. Higgins, just off of pure. I mean, we don't know how good he's going to get the ball thrown in his direction, like whether they're going to be that many catchable passes. But I trust him a lot more than I do Christian Kirk.
Okay, T-Rock, who you got?
Yeah, I think it's T and Rashid pretty easily for me, even though it's not really easy because of how bad the Bengals passing offenses looked. Marvin Mims and Christian Kirk, you just can't play because it would just be touchdown luck. They don't get enough usage and they're not getting the ball enough in order to start them confidently over a talent like T.
Right. I'm going to go with Shaheed for sure. And then my second one, I'm going to go with Christian Kirk over T. Higgins. I just don't trust the Bengals right now. And the reason I'm going with Kirk is I just look at the injury report. Chidobe Awuzie, starter, out. Kyle Hamilton, safety starter, out. Marlon Humphrey, they're pretty much their slot corner, out. Roquan Smith, out. Like, that is their 4 best defensive players probably all out. And then not to mention Matabuke, who's on IR with a neck injury, and all these other injuries they got. So they are going to be up against it today. They're going to be focusing on Nico Collins, and I think that's going to open it up pretty well for Christian Kirk. I've actually had to throw Kirk into a couple of my lineups and feel okay about it. So I'm going to go with Christian Kirk here this week.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal being a Ravens fan, right?
Yeah,
all of our starters are freaking hurt.
Sorry to hear that, bud. All right. Daniel Jones or Kyler Murray from Frostbane. So T-Rock, start us off. Which one you got here?
Back to back for me, but since I hate Kyler Murray, I'm going to go with Daniel Jones. They're both top 5 when it comes to neutral pass rate. So I think both options are great this week. But yeah, I'm going to go with Daniel Jones.
All right. How about you, Koopa?
I've got it Daniel Jones, and it's not back to back to me. It's Daniel Jones just above Kyler Murray by like basically a tier's worth.
Yeah, this one's a tough one. Like, Kyler is in probably one of his best spots all season long to have points. Daniel Jones also in a really good spot. So it's kind of like, who do you trust more? I think I'm going to lean Kyler in this one for me, because I think it's going to be a lot of Jonathan Taylor, and they can just run the shit out of the ball, and like they're not going to need Daniel Jones to air it out. Whereas I think Kyler can throw the touchdowns to Marvin Harrison, get him going, get Trey McBride going. Plus their running back situation isn't the greatest, so like they probably going to have to lean on the pass just a little bit more. So I'm going to go Kyler on this one over Daniel Jones.
Raiders is probably like the worst one in week 5. They have Michael Carter and Emery DeMarcado as their 2 RBs this week.
Yeah, and Zonovan Knight might get in there too. So yeah, we don't know who it's going to be. So I think I'm going to lean on Kyler a little bit more in this one. We have a trade question. In a contender, guy is short starters and open to trading for Chase Brown plus Garrett Wilson for Bijan and a 27 for it's Bijan 27 first all day, every single day. He could
probably Bijan over Chase Brown plus Garrett Wilson. So you're just getting a free
plus the first.
Yeah, yeah, that's an easy smash. Accept, yeah.
And put Carter in your matchup. Ride it out. See what happens. I mean, I'm starting Michael Carter and Amari DeMarcado as many different places as I can this week. That like isn't. Oh, I'm having to bench like somebody who actually has a good name behind them. So if it forces you to put Carter in your matchup by taking this trade, do it. You'll probably surprise yourself and get more points than Chase Brown, maybe.
Right. Okay. Let's see. Next one up here is our guy Jay. Jay, what's going on, buddy? Marks or Dobbins this week? This is a good question. Who you got here, Koopa?
Oh, I think I kind of want to just say Woody Marks He just going up against that Ravens defense and just say, you know what, he's going to get the ball handed to him, and he'll probably be able to make the most out of it. The only thing I'm most worried about is if they just decide, hey, you know what, we've got this game kind of in hand. We're just going to feed Nick Chubb over and over and over again. That would be the thing that I'm most worried about. But I'm going to ride Woody Marks, and just because of how poor that Ravens defense is with all the injuries right now.
Yeah. T-Rock, who you got in this one?
I am going to go with Woody Marks over J.K. Dobbins. We talked earlier about the matchup that J.K. Dobbins and R.J. Harvey have against the Eagles, which is a hell of a lot tougher than what Woody Marks has to go through. I don't think they will run Chubb into the ground, even if the game has gone away from the Ravens, only because of his age and his usage. They probably want to use him for the whole rest of the season or as long as they can. Woody Marks is a rookie. He's a lot fresher. I think they will use the shit out of him.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Woodrow Marks too. I agree with you guys. Like Dobbins has a tougher matchup. Last week was the first Broncos running back to have 100 yards in the Sean Payton era, and that was Dobbins. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with Woody here. I like the passing game upside too. Like if they have to pass the ball a little bit, he's their guy that they're gonna give him to in PPR situations. So yeah, give me Woody Marks on that one as well.
38 games that streak was going for. That was crazy.
Yeah, I mean they've had some decent running backs there. It's not like they've had a bunch of shit balls, but yeah. All right, D-Walk's got one for us. Jalen Hurts or Justin Fields versus Dallas. So T-Rock, who you got here, man?
Justin Fields, the only QB I have ahead of him in my rankings is Josh Allen this week. I'm very high on Justin Fields this week. So Justin Fields by a huge landslide for me.
All right, Koopa?
I'm going to say Justin Fields as well. It's mostly because I would kind of put him on equal footing with Hurts right now if like they were both going up against like average teams. And then he's going against Dallas, which is just like the kicker of, oh, you know what? He's going to be able to do whatever the heck he wants this week.
Yeah, I'm going to go Fields as well here. Like I said earlier, Jalen Hurts can barely throw over 150 yards. Like, yeah, he might have the rushing touchdown or two, but I think Fields could do that today too. Like on top of like maybe 250 yards passing, maybe more, because Dallas's defense is pretty shit. So I like Justin Fields in this matchup quite a bit, and I think that could be one of the more high-scoring games of the week, Dallas and the Jets. So yeah, I'm gonna get Justin Fields in that one too. Tony's got one for us. Full points, tight end premium. So 2.0 tight end premium. Need 2 of Mark Andrews, Christian Kirk, Evan Ingram, and Travis Hunter, leaning hard towards Kirk as one of them. So which 2 are we going with here, Koopa?
I am in agreement with that grouping. Kirk leaning hard towards him. To go ahead, start him. The full point tight end premium is making me lean towards putting in one of the tight ends over Hunter. I've just kind of been worried after what Hunter's done these first couple weeks that I'm not as confident there. And so it's deciding between those two, the Andrews and Ingram. I think I'm going to go Ingram for that. I think that it's more likely that he ends up getting the target volume that you need compared to Andrews with Cooper Rush in there.
All right. And T-Rock, who you got?
Definitely for all the points that you made earlier, Evie, about this Ravens defense, definitely going Christian Kirk. And it's between Hunter and Andrews for me. I feel like at some point Hunter is going to have a good game. He does have the Monday night game against the Chiefs. That would be a great blow-up spot, but it's hard to bench Andrews only because with Cooper Rush, he is going to have to throw the ball, and I feel like Andrews is probably going to be his favorite target. So with the tight end premium, I'm going Andrews and Kirk.
Yeah, I'm going to go Andrews and Kirk here as well. I just can't trust Evan Ingram. I just looked it up. Last week, 35 snaps, 43%. Fucking Troutman is playing more than him. 42 snaps, 52%. Nate Adkins is still getting in there for 42% of the snaps. I just can't start a tight end that's not even playing 50% of the snaps. And Ingram hasn't been very good with those snaps either. I think he had... let's see. He had 4 catches for 29 yards last week. He had 7 targets, which is nice, but didn't do shit with them. So I'm going to go with Andrews. I've seen Cooper Rush in the past. Like, I've kind of like everybody else. Like, I'm looking at Cooper Rush, and this guy fucking sucks. Like, why is he even playing? And then he plays, and he actually looks fairly decent. And I think he's kind of the... point guard type guy, just distribute it, get the ball out to the players, not make too many mistakes or anything like that. And I think that could benefit Andrews a lot this week. And, they're going to need to probably throw a little bit because that defense is beat up. So I'm going to go Andrews and Kirk here for me. Tony's got one more for us. Rico Dowdle or Tony Pollard in half PPR. So, Koopa, which guy you got there?
I'm going to go with Rico Dowdle. I like the matchup. I like it. I always like the guys that are coming in, and especially with he's got a rookie behind him that has not really done that much so far. The coaching staff has not shown that they're really going to trust him a whole lot. And when you combine that with a good matchup, I want to toss Dowdle in.
Okay, T-Rock.
So there is no other team that has a worse projected usage as far as the RBs and fantasy goes than the Titans. They are so god awful when it comes to their offense. Rico Dowdle, I would much rather go with him just for that very reason alone.
Yeah, I'm going to go Dowdle as well. Clean sweep it. Tajay Spears should be back today for the Titans, so that'll cut into a little bit of Pollard's playing time, whereas Dowdle's only got Trevor Etienne, the rookie. And Dowdle's a really good pass catcher. That's why they brought him in to kind of spell Hubbard on passing down. So I do like Rico a little bit more, especially in PPR, to get some catches and some yards there too. So yeah, give me Rico Dowdle, clean sweep on that one. Our guy Maddie's got one here. He has, need one in PPR. He has Malik Washington, Marvin Mims, Travis Hunter, and he says he also has Christian Kirk too. So Kirk, Malik Washington, Marvin Mims, Travis Hunter, T-Rock, which one are you going to start there?
Kirk. I didn't see that last part where that he just posted, but yeah, I think it's pretty easily Kirk for all the things we said. But they're all very close to each other. They're all in the bottom 40s for me.
Yeah. Koopa, who you got?
I personally think I'm gonna go Malik Washington. I think that I want to see. I want to potentially ride what he could do for Miami because of the options, or more of the lack of options that they have there.
Yeah. This is a tough one. I made a good case for Christian Kirk earlier. I think I'm just going to ride it personally, but I agree. I think Malik Washington could be somebody in there. Marvin Mims just needs one big play, and he can do it. And if he goes up against like a Dory Jackson, he could definitely get that. I could make a case for all 4 of these guys, Matty, but I think I'm going to lean Kirk. T-Rock's leaning Kirk, and Koopa's got Malik Washington. I don't think you can go wrong with either of those guys, to be honest with you. I'm Not Good has one for us. Final flex in his PPR, Jacoby Myers or Trey Tucker. So both guys from the same team. Koopa, which guy are you going to go with?
Oh, that's a great question. I feel like I'm going to go with it. It feels like the safer cop-out answer, but I'm going to go Jacoby Myers.
All right. T-Rock?
There's nothing wrong with going with the safer option. I have Jacoby 21 spots ahead of Trey Tucker. Trey Tucker is very boom or bust. Jacoby Myers, I feel like Geno Smith is just really locked in on there, even too much to the point where he's throwing picks just to try to get Jacoby Myers going. So,
yeah, Tucker's out there for the same amount of snaps as Myers is. They both played 98% of the snaps last week, so they're both out there pretty much every single play. No Bowers this week. Yeah. I think I'm going to lean Myers too, just because he does get more targets and earns the targets more. But all it takes is one play for Tucker. So it's tough, but I think I'm going to lean Myers, especially with Bowers out. Myers should own the middle of the field today for them, and they're going to need him quite a bit. So yeah, I'm going to go Myers on that one as well. Frostbane has another one here for us in a .75 tight end premium. Evan Ingram or Noah Fant. Koopa, who you got here?
I feel like I'm just going to go Evan Ingram because he's the number 1 tight end, as opposed to Noah Fant is the number question mark tight end. Because I don't know, I don't understand which Cincinnati tight end's the number 1. Frankly,
Yeah, they play 5 of them, so I get it. T-Rock, who you got?
You were saying earlier, though, Adam Troutman is actually the real tight end 1 in Denver. But regardless of that, I'm still going to go Evan Ingram. They need to get him involved at some point, don't they?
Yeah. I think I'm gonna lean Evan Ingram too. I don't even know is Noah Fant even playing. I haven't checked on his status, but I know he's coming back from injury. I didn't even know if he's playing or not.
I thought he was expected to play.
Expected to play. Okay.
I mean, if he's out, if he's going to be out, I have to move him out of a couple lineups. So
yeah, I'm not. Yeah, don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure on that one. I haven't kept
full participant in practice. Noah Fant.
Okay. I think I'm going to go with Evan Ingram on this one, too. I just think they're going to have to play the quick game a little bit, get the ball out fast, and I think Evan Ingram could be a beneficiary of that one over Noah Fant. Like I said, they're playing 5 tight ends in Cincinnati, and they fucking suck. So, yeah, I'll go with Evan Ingram and Bo Nick's team. Jay has one. Bowers or AJ Brown? You gotta go AJ Brown. Bowers isn't playing. He's gonna be out today, so make sure you get all your Brock Bowers out of your lineups. He's already been inactive today, so make sure you get that one out of your lineup, Jay.
Mm-hmm. AJ Brown might get 0 catches anyway. Doesn't
right? Fizz has one for us. Start 2 of Smitty, Godwin, and Amarian Hampton. So T-Rock, which 2 are you going with here?
Definitely Omarion Hampton. He's my top 10. He's a top 10 RB for me. It comes down to, for that second one, Devontae Smith and Chris Godwin. Oh, man. Devontae Smith as the wide receiver 25, Chris Godwin, wide receiver 33. He's coming back from injury still. I know he got like 10 targets last week, but it's going to take him a while to get ramped up. So I think for that reason, give me Devontae.
Well, I mean, that's why they didn't put him in IR, so he could practice with the team. So he's been practicing with the team all year. He just wasn't active until last week. So I don't know if he's going to need the ramp-up time as much, but I get it, like coming off the injury.
Did you see his fucking foot? He's going to need all the time he can get before he looks right. It might be until the end of the season, Evie, I think, personally.
Yeah, that's fair. Koopa, who you got here?
I'm going to... definitely Hampton. I'm going to lean towards Devonta Smith kind of for the same reasons.
Got to change it here. He changed it up. He didn't mean Hampton. He meant Woody Marks. So
that's a huge difference.
Yeah, wow. Huge difference there, Fizz. All right, so we'll restart it. Which 2 are you going with here, T-Rock?
I'm going to go with Woody Marks and Devontae Smith. So I'm not going to play Godwin over Woody.
All right, and Koopa, which 2 you got here?
I just same thing. I'm going to stick with Marks. I mean, Marks is worse than Hampton, but I think still better than the other 2 options. So still Marks and then Devonta Smith.
I'm going to go Marks and Godwin here for me. Seattle is also missing 3 secondary players this week as well. Devin Witherspoon's out. Julian Love is out. And one other defensive back is out this week for Seattle. So they're hurting in their secondary. So give me Godwin in this one. Smitty, he could have, 95 yards or he could have 5 yards. I don't know. So yeah, give me Marks and Godwin here for me. Another one from Fizz here. He's got pick 2 for a flex start and super flex. Dak, Fields, or Jaden Daniels. Good question here. Koopa, which 3 are you going with?
All right, so you got to start Jaden Daniels and you got to start Justin Fields, and so Dak is just the one that's left out. That's really what it is. Unless you were sitting there saying I've got the choice between Jaden Daniels and Justin Fields and like Josh Allen, like I don't think you're benching either Fields or JD.
Yeah, I get it for sure. T-Rock, which 2 are you gonna go with?
Definitely Fields. It's close between, I think, J-Day and Dak because the Cowboys are playing the Jets. The Jets are not the same defense that we have seen from last year. They are freaking terrible without Robert Saleh, and they are a huge shit show. So it's hard to want to sit Dak. I know Jaden Daniels is completely healthy. They're playing the Chargers, a lot tougher defense. And this one is tough. I'm just going to go with Jaden Daniels, though. I have him ahead in the rankings, only by 2 spots, though. So it's tough to sit Dak, though.
I think I'm going to go with Jaden Daniels and Dak in this one. I know Fields has a good matchup against Dallas and all that, too. I still don't fucking trust the guy, to be honest with you. Like, it's been okay at times, but it's also been really, really bad, too. So I think I trust Jaden Daniels coming back, even without Terry McLaurin and Noah Brown and those guys. And then Dak, like, he put it up on Green Bay last week, man. You got to give it to him. Without CeeDee Lamb, like, Dak is playing some of the best ball right now of any of the quarterbacks in the league. So I'm going to ride the hot hand there with Dak against a shitty Jets defense, and I'm going to ride J-Day here, and then, you know, it is what it is. Like, all three are fantastic options for me, but, yeah, go with Jaden Daniels and Dak for me on this one. Let's go ahead and let's pull a couple questions out of the Discord here. So somebody put up start 2 in PPR, Chase Brown, Tony Pollard, or Rico Dowdle. This is from our guy Redwords. Which 2 would you fire up here for Redwords?
Chase Brown, Rico Dowdle. What was the third one?
Tony Pollard.
I'm going to go Rico and Tony Pollard right ahead of Chase Brown. I would go with those 2 first.
Okay. And Koopa?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Rico, and I'm also gonna go Tony Pollard.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go Rico and Pollard and top it off with a fucking Browns choking a fucking lead. All right, nice job, boys. Appreciate it. Twinkle Toes has one in here. Michael Carter or Ramondre Stevenson. So Kupo, who are you gonna start there in a half PPR league? Carter or Stevenson?
Half PPR, that actually does change it for me. I'm going to go Michael Carter.
Okay. And then how about you, T-Rock?
It doesn't matter to me what the PPR is. Michael Carter easily over Ramondre Stevenson.
Yeah, I'm going to go Carter as well. I just Stevenson's had one decent game, and the Bills still have a really good defense. I don't think Stevenson's going to be able to put up a ton of yards or anything. So, yeah, give me Carter in that one against a shittier Titans defense. And then D-Walk had another one for us in the Discord here. RJ Harvey, Keenan Allen, T. Higgins, full PPR. Which one are you picking out of those 3? Harvey, Keenan Allen, T. Higgins.
Keenan Allen is a top 20 option for me. They're first when it comes to neutral pass rate, and they're one of the best when it comes to usage. So give me Keenan Allen over those other 2.
Okay. And then Koopa?
Yeah, I'm going to go Keenan Allen there. If I had to rank them, Keenan Allen, RJ Harvey, then T. Higgins.
Yeah, I'm going to go Keenan Allen as well with you guys and over Harvey and T. Higgins. So, yeah, I agree. If you guys have any more questions, fire them up in the chat here. We have a couple in the queue here I'll get to. But, yeah, if you got any more questions, please fire them in there. Since this game is winding down, we should probably get some more people in here to help out. Also, super
chat. Can I give
chat.
you one for one of my leagues that I got here?
Yeah, sure. Let me finish this real quick, though. But
Yeah.
super chats, too, guys. That'll get you right to the front of the line. We'll put your question up right away and help you. And there might be a few of those today with some of these answers or some of these injuries and bye weeks. But, yeah, go ahead, Cooper. Which one you got?
I've got a C.J. Stroud versus Kyler Murray. I've kind of been leaning the C.J. Stroud because of this matchup. But if you guys both say I'm being dumb and I should just put in Kyler Murray, then I'll swap them out.
I have Kyler Murray way ahead. Stroud. CJ Stroud just hasn't looked that good. Their offensive line still kind of sucks. I understand the Ravens don't have anyone on the D line, but they're playing the freaking tight.
Yeah.
Kyler Murray, I think.
I think I'm going to lean Kyler, too, just because the running game situation again. I think Kyler could run the ball a little bit more today, and he should have an easier time throwing to Harrison and McBride and those guys. So, yeah, give me Kyler in that one, but it is close for sure. All right, let's get back to the questions here. I'm Not Good has another one here for us. Tet McMillan or Travion Henderson in PPR. So, Koopa, which one you got there?
I'm going to go Tet. I don't quite trust that Travion has the workload in order to command enough fantasy points that I'm going to trust sticking him in.
Okay, T-Rock?
Yeah, Tetaroa for me, their second neutral pass rate, ninth in usage when it comes to the Carolina Panthers receivers. The Patriots going into last week had more fumbles than rushing touchdowns. It's just a huge shit show in New England. Hard to trust any of them.
All right. And then I am going to go Ted as well. Like, it's Ted against Miami. If you ain't playing him against Miami, then what's the point of even having him on your team? Like, this is a top 3 matchup in the league against Storm fucking Duck and whatever other cast of characters.
Is he back? Is he back from injury?
I don't even know if he's back, but like
it might be
Ted McMillan.
Storm Duckless without him.
Yeah. Jay has one for us: Michael Carter or Tony Pollard. So which one you got there, T-Rock?
Tony Pollard, I have at 23. Where do I have Michael Carter? I have him 2 spots below. Give me Pollard.
Okay, and Koopa.
I'm gonna go Pollard because I have the belief that Michael Carter is only the early down back, and that Amari DiMercato is the passing down back, and so Carter's potential production is pretty capped. I want the full volume that Pollard is going to get over the efficiency I think Carter is likely to get in their awesome matchup.
Didn't that happen with Tyjae Spears coming back though? Can Pollard lose the third down roles?
He could a little bit, but I mean Pollard's still pretty solid. Even last year when like Spears was in there too, like Pollard still played, 70% of the snaps. So yeah, I'm gonna go Pollard as well here. I think it's close though for sure. And let's see, the Browns have another attempt and they don't get out of bounds and fuck it up, of course. All right. Let's see here. Juan has one for us. Devontae Adams at wide receiver 1 and Addison at wide receiver 2. So not great so far. Who is my wide receiver 3 and flex spot? Quentin Johnston, Deebo Samuel, Hollywood Brown, Chubb, Bill Krosky-Merritt, Travion Henderson, and then his tight end spots, he has Juwan Johnson.
It's Quentin and Deebo for me.
Quentin and Deebo. That's kind of what I was thinking too.
Yeah, Quentin and Deebo. I mean Quentin because Quentin, like you can't not play. You have to play him after what he's been doing the first 4 weeks, and then Deebo Samuel. I mean Terry McLaurin being out, it makes it so they're probably going to design a bunch of plays to try and just get the ball in Deebo's hands. So,
yeah, I think I'm with you guys. I'm gonna go the same one here. I'm gonna go Deebo and Quentin Johnson. Like you got to play those guys. So, yep, I'm good with those.
Hey, EV, shout out to you on being really high on Deebo Samuel throughout the whole offseason. I was so wrong about that. I feel so bad that I traded him to you for just 2 damn thirds. Damn. It's been rough. He's been like a top 12 wide receiver almost every week.
Yeah, I'm glad I took my big parlay I did today because I put Myles Garrett for a sack. I figured that was a lock today, and of course he didn't get a fucking sack against that Swiss cheese offensive line. So glad that I made another parlay with the other 11 legs and took that one out. So thank God. All right, Patty's got one here for us. Mick Nichols or Ty Johnson? It's rough out here. It is very rough out here, bud. Koopa, which one are you gonna go with here?
I'm gonna go with Ty Johnson. I think just because McNichols, they didn't really give him that many opportunities last week. Like they just kind of wrote off of Bill and wrote off of Chris Rodriguez. So I think I'd rather have Ty Johnson because he is kind of playing as the RB2 there in Buffalo.
Yeah, I'm going to look up what McNichols did last week. He had 2 carries for 3 yards and 1 catch for 0 yards. So yeah, he didn't do very much last week. He played 19 snaps, which was 33%. Chris Rodriguez, 20 snaps, 35%. Chris Rodriguez, 20 snaps, 35%. A literal 3-way fuckfest. Yeah,
but if you look at touches, McNichols got the fewest touches.
Right, yeah, so. For touch-wise, but like, man, 33%. I'm going to look and see what
it's not, it's way worse for Ty. Ty Johnson last week had 0.1 points.
12 snaps, 20%.
Yeah, 20%. 1 attempt.
Oh, did they swap it last? I might have been. I didn't look up what it was last week.
Yeah, he didn't have any catches. He had just 1 rushing attempt for 0 yards. So, Yeah, this is a tough one, but T-Rock, which guy are you going to go with?
I'm gonna go McNichols. Coop, you can't change your answers. I need to get ahead of you in the points, so you're stuck with Ty Johnson. I'm going McNichols though.
I think the Bills might have to throw a tiny bit more tonight against the Patriots. So give me Ty Johnson in that spot. They have talked about like limiting James Cook's workload a little bit too. So I think Ty Johnson might get in there for a few more snaps. So yeah, I'm gonna go Ty Johnson on this one. Robo Chris has one. 2 quarterback league. Start 2 of these guys. Bo Nix, Sam Darnold, Jackson Dart. Good questions here. Which one are you going to go with, T-Rock? Which 2?
I have Darnold at 14, Dart at 16, and then Nix at 17. So I guess I'm going Darnold and Dart. Give me the 2 double Ds for this week.
All right. He likes big beavers and double Ds. All right, Koopa, who you got?
I am gonna start Jackson Dart for sure, and I'm gonna take a flyer on Bo Nix and just hope that he. I mean, yes, I hate the matchup against Philly's defense, but I'm gonna start him anyway over forcing Sam Darnold in there.
I mean, Darnold's played pretty good this year.
He has, but I mean,
really good.
Nix has also played really well. It's just to me that Nix is only in this conversation because he's going up against Philadelphia.
Yeah, I mean, I have Nix in one of my home leagues, and he's been okay. Like, obviously, last week was really good against the Bengals. Yeah, I don't have his stats in front of me, but it's been okay. Like, it hasn't been like it was last year, for sure.
He played like shit against the Titans.
Yeah.
Could have played way better.
Right, exactly. I think I'm going to go Dart, and I'm going to go Darnold. And Nix in this tough matchup. Like, if Nix was playing like last year's Nix, it would be Nix. On the road, 1 o'clock game, so the time difference, all that bullshit. I think I'm going to go Dart and Darnold here. Like, I think Darnold, with the Bucks defense being a little beat up here, I think that game could be a little high, more higher scoring too. I'm going to go Dart and Darnold here for me. Tony's got another one here for us. And half PPR, Woodrow Marks or Hendo. Which one are you going to go with here, T-Rock?
Woody Marks pretty easily. Yeah.
Okay. And Koopa?
Woody Marks.
Woody Marks. Yeah, I think I'm going to go Woody Marks too. It's crazy to think that we would say that 5 weeks into the season, but here we are, pretty crazy. All right, we need some more questions, guys. So if you got any more, fire them up in the chat. I'm going to go ahead and look in the Discord here for some more questions. So Soggy Danger put one in here. Need 1 for his flex spot in a full PPR league. 6 guys here. So we have Travion Henderson, Bill Krosky-Merritt, RJ Harvey, Bayshal Tootin, Kendre Miller, or Rico Dowdle. So he needs 1 for his full PPR flex spot out of those 6 options. So if you need me to say them again, just ask. But Koopa, who you got?
I'm gonna you had Woody Marks. Who else was in there?
No, Travion, Bill, Harvey, Tootin, Kendre Miller, Dowdle.
I think I'm gonna go Dowdle at the end there.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do too. Let's go Rico.
Yep, same. I'm going with Dowdle as well. I think he's set up really good today for sure. That one had a Minnesota guy. How about this one? Interesting one. PPR with a 0.25 per carry from Fresh Scrub. Devontae Smith or Michael Carter with a 0.25 per carry in there. Who you got here, T-Rock?
Oh, man. The 0.25 feels like it should make a huge difference. It probably could. Michael Carter that might be the difference maker for me. I'm going to go with Carter over Devontae Smith.
Okay, and how about you, Koopa?
I'm going to go Michael Carter as well.
I think I'm going Carter too. Yeah, I think I'm going Carter as well. I think he's set up to have a little better game here for sure. I have one in one of my leagues. Just a standard PPR league, no tight end premium. Would you go Juwan Johnson or Bill?
I'm going to go Juwan Johnson.
Okay.
I'm just going to continue to ride him.
Yeah, go with Juwan, the Mustang.
Okay. Yeah, that's who I got, and I threw in there. I'm starting 2 tight ends. I already started Hawkinson. I don't even know what Hawkinson
I've
did,
got
but-
one league where it's a 0 tight end premium, half PPR, and I've been starting every single week Jawan Johnson and Hunter Henry, and
Okay.
that team is somehow like 5th in points for, and I'm just like, okay, whatever.
Right. Yeah, it might not even matter. My opponent still has Green Bay's defense and Brock Bowers in his lineup, so hopefully he doesn't change that here within the next 10 minutes. I also have a little bit of a lead. I started Stafford. I had McCaffrey. I had Mason. Hawkinson got 9, which is surprising to me. I don't even know if he has 9 all fucking year, to be honest with you. So that's pretty good. But yeah.
Isn't it crazy? CMC is like, I'm pretty sure, only behind Puka Nakua as far as catches goes. And its targets, it's like him, Jake Ferguson, and Puka Nakua. He's been insane this year.
How about this one? I have the most points in the league. I'm the only one at 600 points. Everyone else is, the next closest is 576. The next closest after that is 523. I have 641 and I'm 1-3. I've played the high score fucking every single week.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm like beside myself. Like, my roster's good, my team's good. I had Lamar, I got McCaffrey. I started Stafford this week instead of Stafford or over Lamar. My receivers are good, my tight ends are good. Like, and I'm 1-3. It makes no sense as a high score. All right, let's go ahead. Let's do our favorite quarterback this week. Who do you guys think is going to be the high scoring quarterback of the week?
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen, okay. Koopa, who you got?
Yeah, if I had to take a guess, it's going to be Josh Allen, but I really badly want it to be Justin Fields.
Fields have it too. I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm going to go with Dak. I think Dak has the big game today. I really like his matchup against the Jets. Pickens is on fire. Ferguson's doing really good. So, yeah, give me Dak in this one. How about top running back of the week?
Not CMC. Jonathan Taylor or Gibbs. I think those are probably the 2 best options. Gibbs.
Taylor Gibbs, yeah. How about you, Koopa?
I was going to say Gibbs because I think Cincinnati's going to the game's just going to run away from them.
Yeah, I'm going to go Taylor on that one. I'm going to go with the other option. Sneaky one, Cam Scatterbo.
Top 10 option for me this week.
Yeah, I really like Scatterbo. I did see in our Discord, too. Apparently this is like a home game for David Montgomery, and he's got a bunch of family there this week, and his sister was paralyzed in a car accident or something, and like this is her first game that she can watch him play since the accident and all that. So it's going to be like a really emotional day for Montgomery, and they think maybe he can get fed, and against the Bengals like he could. So David Montgomery, sneaky little play of the day.
Yeah, the line second in usage, and they're second in neutral run rate. So looks very good for both Gibbs and David Montgomery.
Yeah, all narrative based. And then, all right, we'll finish it off here. Top wide receiver for the week. Who you guys got as the top wide receiver that isn't Kendrick Bourne?
Or Puka. I have Amon-Ra St. Brown, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's Nico Collins. So they're probably going to tear the Ravens apart.
Oh, okay. Those are good options. How about you, Koopa?
I was going to say probably Nico. Just I feel like he's just going to be open the whole time, and so then he's just going to be open, and probably the Ravens are going to find a way to miss like 4 tackles on every single play. So he'll get a lot of yak as well.
Ooh, I'm gonna go. I'm going to go JSN this week. I think he has a really big game here against Tampa. I think that game could be a little more high scoring, and JSN's been getting just absolutely fed the ball. So, give me JSN today. Hopefully he gets a couple touchdowns.
He's my wide receiver 4. I think that's a great call. So
Yeah, I think I like him too. So, all right. Well, that is going to wrap it up for this week, guys. Koopa and T-Rock, appreciate you guys hopping on doing this week with me. We'll be back next week. Also got the waiver show coming out on Tuesday morning for you guys. So make sure you guys check that out on the podcast feed and also on the YouTube channel, this same YouTube channel. Make sure you like, subscribe, all that stuff. Koopa's got the Grinding the Edge podcast on Saturdays on the podcast network too. Make sure you guys check that out. That's always great stuff to listen to every Saturday morning when I'm at work. So that's always one of the first ones I go to. And then T-Rock, you're on with Fizz on Tuesday evenings and sometimes on Fridays too, right? And on the
Tuesday
Vibes channel.
I do the Gruesome Twosome Tuesday with Fizz. Tuesday morning and Tuesday night. I do not the
Oh, you
Friday
did
night
Tuesday
show.
night too. Okay, that's
Yeah.
right. I knew it was one of the nights you did or something, but it was Tuesday night too. So yeah, check that out on Tuesday nights with Fizz and T-Rock, also on the Vibes channel. Always a good time being on there as well with those guys. So make sure you guys check them out. So with that, we'll wrap it up here. Good luck to you this week, and we will see you next week.
You guys.